Hey everyone, excuse my sweaty appearance and maybe out of breath sound. I just got done working out, but I really wanted to make this video because it's been weighing on my heart, I guess, and maybe I feel that there are some of you out there that need to hear this, or maybe you've heard this yourself your whole life or life up until this point, or maybe as of recent in your life, depending what age you're at or stage you're at in your life. But I can tell you, I'm all about prevention and preventing um, my body from feeling weak and tired and out of breath, and things happening to my skin and my health, and just preserving my body, preserving the things that God has given me, taking care of the things, whether they're the materialistic things and vehicles and home and clothing and all those necessities and things that we need to function and get through life, as well as just taking care of myself and the body that He's given me to be a mom, to be a mentor, to be a friend, to be someone's partner, to fulfill my purpose in life. So for me, ever since I was a kid, or even like in my teens, that's where I really started to focus on my health. And it was all just about prevention and learning and understanding things a bit more for myself, because I just love knowledge. But from a young age, I've always heard from many adults or those who are older than me, oh, you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to focus on those things. You have your whole life to figure it out. You're young, you're fit, you're all these different things. Like, you don't have to bother. And then in my adult life now, because I have a smaller frame, people assume you don't need to take supplements. You don't need to work out. You don't need to focus on those things, or whatever they might be, because you're small. But the truth is, it takes our life, our whole life, to actually figure out who we are, or at least a good portion of it. There's many that I work with who are 10, 15 years or more older than me, and they still don't know who they really are or what it is that they want to do in their life, because I feel like the first half of our life, we're kind of just programmed and told what to do, where to be, what to eat, how to act, how not to act, and we build up all of these do's and don'ts. And then there's the opinions and guilt and all these different things that we don't want to do wrong by anyone. We don't want to feel bad. So we constantly reshape ourselves in order to meet the needs of others, or be socially acceptable to people, that we begin to hide ourselves. And I know for me, early on, like I said, people would just talk about that I didn't need to do those things, or I didn't need to worry about them. And the reality was, I wasn't worried and focusing on health and nutrition because I was worried about something. I was focusing on it because it takes so long to really develop routines and become self-disciplined and become disciplined in and of yourself, despite all the distractions in life. Despite all the emotions and the highs and lows that go through life, it's really difficult to create routines and do different things like that. So from a young age, I figured if I can begin to build and learn and grow, at some point later on in life, I won't have to worry, because they will have become so routine for me that my body operates, that I'm stronger, I'm fitter, I'm able to do things more, that I can really live my life. Because what I see now is that when you get older, then you have excuses. I'm too old, I don't have the time, I can't do that. It's this catch-all, because when you're younger, people tell you, oh, you don't need to worry about that or think about that. And then life happens, and then you get older, and then too much is happening in life that you can't catch up. And the next thing you know, you're saying you're too old, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. So for me, it's never that I'm worried that I have to do something. It's that it takes time to build routines and become self-disciplined. It takes time to be socially and independently aware of who you are, and determining and deciding and choosing who you are and who you're going to be and what you want to do with your life, despite what people say or expect of you. So if you're someone that someone's like, oh, you don't need to worry about that. For me right now, yes, I am smaller in a frame, but that's because I've worked so hard since I was younger to be at this place, because I trained my mind to do things early on, that after having my daughter, although it was I had to lose weight and different things like that and get back to where I was before or better. It took time, but I knew already what I was capable of doing and achieving. And my mind is the thing that's going to either, um, propel me forward or be the anchor that holds me back. And I knew in my mind that I could do it. And I knew how to be self disciplined and to take those steps and not overdo things so that I can maintain and that I continue to take supplements to fill in the nutritional gaps, because life is, very crazy and unexpected. And even me, where I'm at in my life, I still don't get all the proper nutrients my body needs every day. I'm still lacking. So I do supplement because my body needs those things. And as we get older, our body needs more of things as it stops producing things that it did a lot more efficiently when we were younger. So it's even more important for me as I get older to really keep up on those things, to stay strong in mind and to keep moving forward and not have an excuse for later. If we constantly are building excuses now, we're going to have excuses for the rest of our lives to do things. So I really just wanted to put this out there that if you're someone who has heard it, like, you don't need to do those things. You could just eat that. You could do any of these things. It's easy for you. Things in life are not easy for anyone. And if it is easy or appears to be easy, it's because they've worked really hard at what they're doing. Being self-disciplined, creating that routine, learning, trying them, altering them, and doing them day in and day out where it looks now easy to somebody else's perspective. But nothing in life is easy. If you really want something, you have to work at it. You have to work at it every day. And that's not me telling you what you have to do. I'm just saying consistency is key to success if you want it. So if you see someone who's younger, encourage them. If you see them really focusing on an art or a craft or something that they're passionate about, encourage them. Don't tell them, oh, you have your whole life to figure it out. You have your whole life to live and sort through it and define it and understand it better and grow in it. But support them where they're at. Create that positive mindset for them early on and help them to continue to grow and take steps to continue to learn and apply themselves so that when they get to be in their 20s, they are more sufficient and more well-rounded and shaped and equipped. Kids are sponges. They soak things up. And I wish I had access to certain things when I was younger, that when I had the time, more of time to learn things, I could have been learning them so that I could have applied them and used them in my early 20s to do things to be further in life. But I just wanted to put that out there, that if you've heard that your whole life or you hear it now and people are just saying you don't have to worry or focus on those things, the thing is, it's not worry, it's being aware, and it's taking ownership of yourself and feeling good and being able to create that routine for you so that later in life you don't have the excuse or the regret or having so much more to undo and try to sift through. So I just want to put that out there. I hope this helps somebody. And if this does resonate with you and this is something you faced or feel in life, I'd love to hear about it. Drop something in the comments or feel free to message me. Have a great, blessed day, everyone.